This presentation serves as an introduction to course correction for use in a professional learning community, or PLC, at Superior Collegiate and Vocational Institute in Thunder Bay, Ontario. We will begin with an analysis of the case and an explanation of the background to this project. At our first professional learning community meeting this semester, one cooperative education teacher identified that a number of his students are experiencing difficulty with the new course website. In particular, they're experiencing the most difficulty in using the course learning management system and not the course content itself. Thus, the instructional designer saw an opportunity to assist as part of the PLC process and community of learners. The image to the right represents a screen capture of the course website in question. The goal of this project is to create a series of introductory lessons and videos introducing grades 11 and 12 students in a cooperative education program at Superior Collegiate and Vocational Institute to the virtual learning environment, or VLE, Brightspace by D2L. This VLE is provincially licensed for use in all publicly funded K-12 schools in the province of Ontario. The modules will include 4 5 to 10-minute videos demonstrating Brightspace usage and tools, as well as short formative assessment quizzes in D2L upon module completion. Keller's ARCS model for student motivation and brain-based learning theory provide the module instructional design and learning theories as framework for design. The target audience includes adolescent learners at risk for failing grades 11 and 12 cooperative education courses, Indigenous English Second Language and English language learners, and other students with exceptionalities according to school education plans. Sugar, Brown, and Luterbach identify that capturing animation, audio, text, and voice into one learning object is a powerful way to capture the attention of online learners, teachers included, by assessing multiple learning channels simultaneously. According to Danker, a screencasted lesson in a flipped classroom learning style should help the students in large courses access course content efficiently and learn how to use course website tools effectively. Some students still experience learning difficulty in an online environment, as identified by the students' login and task completion data at the midpoint in the course. This presentation is designed to provide strategies to cooperative education teachers for program modification and course correction to better engage at-risk learners. The goal of this project is to, so the learner profile that is relevant to this program is 3 students possessing exceptionalities and 2 others that are not currently identified but are considered at risk by the school. We have to have 5 marker students for our PLCs. One of the students possesses an information processing disorder, a second is an English second language learner, and the third has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The accommodations allowed for exceptional learners include note taker, extra time on tasks. All coursework is published to the virtual learning environments space by D2L, and extra time is provided up to 2 times the allocated time as per university and high school guidelines for tests and assignments. There are 3 student-related ethical considerations that must be taken into account according to Ontario law and the Education Act of 1992. Student privacy of their learning needs must be taken into account. Student individual education plans and required accommodation plans must also be considered, and Growing Success 2010 policy must be paramount as per Ministry of Education guidelines. Thus, we cannot allow others to know about students' learning needs. We cannot tell their peers, and all this information must be kept confidential. So this changes how we effectively use group work as well. Ontario's assessment policy is governed by Growing Success 2010. All course correction considerations must be within this policy document. According to Growing Success, the ultimate goal of assessment is the development of students as independent and autonomous learners. As an integral part of teaching and learning, assessment shall be planned concurrently with instruction and integrated seamlessly into the learning cycle to inform instruction, guide next steps, and help teachers and students monitor students' progress towards achieving learning goals. How is a PLC used to assess student need based on data? First, what we do is we gather all student information into a chart. Then we're going to use the learning analytics from the login data on D2L regarding login attempts and how much time is spent online and on each page. Then we're going to use the student pass-fail rates from formative quizzes and assignment completion. We'll collect samples of student work, and we'll present this information and this data to the PLC group members, and then we're going to collect suggestions from each group member in the group based on data. The slides that follow represent strategies that the cooperative education teachers might use to create a community of engaged learners and re-engage those target students. Normally in a professional learning community meeting, a group of teachers will assess student work and other relevant data to a problem being experienced in instructional assessment practices by each teacher. It generally is to re-engage students. The following slides represent an introduction to the scenario and possible course corrections by individual teachers. Strategy number 1. Use more technology to support at-risk learners. Multimedia incorporation is crucial to student engagement. All software should be demonstrated to the students in the class. Licensed software applications to support students include Kurzweil and screen-to-speech and speech-to-text software. But all this needs to be taught to students. The special education department can help with these mini lessons to help with the at-risk learners. Strategy number 2. By making content relevant and engaging is essential for success, particularly when your mandate is to use technology to engage 21st century learners as per ministry guidelines. This screen capture represents a blog that was used for a grade 10 history class, and it could be used to highlight the strengths and accomplishments of a cooperative education class. A Facebook group for the class members could also provide the same motivations. Students feeling successful are more likely to be successful. This also brings the students into a community of learning. Strategy number 3. Have you considered using whole class game-based learning or polls for formative assessment to see if the class is learning together as well as individually? The students love Kahoot, Quizlet, and Office Mix questions. Another option could be used to use Poll Everywhere to see student engagement immediately and would allow you to see those students that are not understanding the course materials right away and would allow you to re-engage them before they leave the classroom. For our final strategy, you could email, page, and contact your students and their parents regularly. Communicating safely and securely with parents and students is crucial in today's 21st century learning environments. But what if you're asked, how do I use the email tool? Show your students the video on how to use the tool and then assess them on its use. Contact, contact, contact. Thanks for participating in today's professional learning community.